There, now we can hear you.
So guys, how are you
Can you
today?
hear us okay? Good.
Great.
I love your background. I feel very
Yeah, we have a boring,
underbranded.
just wall background.
Thank you. So guys, how was your day so far?
Good. A little
Yeah.
chaotic.
Ah,
I feel like
this-
there's so much to do right now. We're about 2 weeks out from the album release tomorrow. So
Mhm.
all the things need done immediately.
Exactly.
Lots of coffee.
Oh yeah, that's more important.
Yes.
So guys, your sophomore album, your self-titled album is to be out on October 28th. So would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Would you like to start?
I'll try.
I know you love to talk.
So let's see. The direction behind this album was to create, despite, like you said, it's sort of our sophomore album, to create a new pathway and to create our first real album. Because beforehand, it was just sort of my solo work that I had a backup band with. And now it's the Iron Roses. So it was really important to us to nail it on this one and make sure that this, and that's why we didn't, it's just self-titled, because we wanted this to be the beginning of everything that is to come.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And was there any particular theme or a concept that goes behind this album?
Yeah, yes. Mostly it was to express our views, serious views, like political and social views, but in a joyful manner, to make it celebratory, to make what we believe something worth believing. Not just angry, not just, upset, but having a real joy about it. And to do that, we felt that just using our base of punk rock music that we enjoy so much wasn't necessarily enough. We needed to incorporate other styles like reggae and ska and hip hop and things just blending into what we already do to give that more celebratory feel, that more joyful feel to what we do.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about themes like we do, which, like Nathan said, is a lot of political and social driven issues, it can be very easy to get lost in the anger of that and the frustration of that. Certainly we feel it every day. Our band is a very diverse band. We have people on stage that reflect many different social or gender constructs. And I think that we all need I know I do. I need a place where I can talk about these things that frustrate me every single day, but be in a place where my joy has not been taken from me, no matter what the outside world is doing. And certainly, moods go up and down, but those systems can't take our joy unless we let them. And I think that's the best part about what we do, is being able to highlight that.
Nailed it.
Beautiful. And talking about the album, 10 amazing songs, beautiful written songs, great musicianship.
Thank you.
And listening to the album, which has a connection between the past and the present, like you bring it all together, connecting people of the older generation and the future generation, so everybody can connect to these songs. So that is the beauty of this album, and I totally enjoyed each and every song from this album. So thank you guys so much for putting up this amazing album this year. And as a creator, as a band, what are your thoughts and how do you guys feel about the outcome?
Ooh, how do we feel about it? We're excited. I think that any artist is equal parts excited and terrified. Yeah. And to that point, thank you so much for expressing how much you loved it, because it's, we have no idea yet. Yeah. We have the 3 singles out, but most people haven't heard the whole album. So who knows? Yeah. So there's that struggle. Yeah. But I mean, we are, as we've said before in many interviews, we knew in the studio that this was the band and this was what we needed to be doing. it all locked in so perfectly in the studio. And so win, lose, or draw, we know we created the best thing that we could in that moment, and we adore it.
Yeah. I think we've been so excited and anxious and watching, you know, because we recorded it in February, and so watching the months go by, and we were actually taking a walk last night, and I thought, oh my God, what if they don't like it? They're gonna like it, right? Like it hadn't even occurred to me until last night that, oh wait, because I love it so much.
Right.
Like, do you think that they'll, you know, do you think it'll resonate? So yeah, I'm personally starting to hit that oh shit stage. This is really actually happening.
Yes.
Fantastic. And as you said, 3 singles has been out so far: Old God, Screaming for a Change, and Justify the Lies. So is there more singles coming out before the release on October 28th, or these are the 3 videos that you have currently planned to send out?
Yeah, so those are our 3 singles. On the day that the album releases, we're going to do a little bit of a focus song. So we're highlighting
a song called Rebel Soul Sound.
Yeah. So
you'll probably know it.
We put together a little video just here at my house, and we filmed it ourselves. And after, you know, having some really great productions for all of the other songs, like, it was fun for us to create something small on our own that just highlighted
our phones.
Yeah, highlighted, you know, where we spend a lot of our time, you know, as a band, and just our personalities. And it was kind of fun to create that last one. So that'll be, you know, hitting our socials and the focus on the release day. But as far as anything between now and then, that's it. We're there. We're right there.
Yeah.
And any big plans on the day of the release on October 20th?
Yes. We're playing a show in Richmond, Virginia on that day as our album release show, which will lead to an album release sort of tour through Norfolk, Virginia, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Athens, Georgia, Ackworth, Georgia, and then
we'll be at Fest in Gainesville.
Yeah, Fest in Gainesville, Florida, where we'll be playing a normal band set and an acoustic band set. And
then we celebrate our album release in Germany and Switzerland
in December.
So yeah.
So it'll be the rest of this year will be us just celebrating the release of this album, playing as many shows as we can, and then hopefully that gives us sort of a springing off point for next year.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And do you have some sort of plans for 2024 in terms of touring?
We have plans in the works. Nothing that we can announce just yet. I keep joking that I hope that next year is so busy I have to consider selling the house because I'm never here. But there are a couple small things in the works, but we are hoping that once the whole world hears the album in its entirety, you know, that will bring some opportunities our way, because we are very excited to just bring the live show out to as many people as possible next year. Yeah.
Fantastic. And talking about the release, so what are the plans? Like, you're gonna do the release, like, do you have some kind of merch, CDs, vinyls? So what are the plans that you currently have?
So we are in pre-orders for the vinyl right now. We are almost sold out of that globally, so that's been awesome. We will have some things with us at our shows upcoming this year. Our album release show, like Nathan said, is going to be in Richmond, which is where we actually recorded the album. We basically lived there for 2 weeks straight, so it'll be fun to celebrate that. But yeah, if you can make it out to a show, you can get things there. You can also order from Iodine Recordings in the US, Spam in Europe.
And we'll have like Prince, the artist, Chris Hamer, who's actually doing our Ackworth, Georgia show, is the artist that did that album and all of our merch. And we'll have prints by him. We'll have stickers that he did. So just special stuff like that reflect all of the artwork that went into this album.
Zines.
Zines. Oh yeah,
We
we're
did
doing
zines.
Oh, my hand is so tired.
Yeah.
Did little lyric booklets that we're copying and bringing with us. It's a lot.
That's good. And the Iron Roses, how has this journey been for you guys so far?
Brilliant.
Yeah, that almost made me cry, that question. It's been an amazing couple of years of transforming from, you know, Nathan's solo project to Nathan and some of us as the backing band to what we are now, which is the Iron Roses, 6 individuals, 6 bandmates, 6 friends that are creating work together. So it's been a pretty incredible journey, and I can't wait to get the album out and just kind of celebrate like we've actually overcome quite a bit. So
Yeah. It's
yeah.
just in our membership alone. I think it's cool to note the different musicians within this band, like Michael, who plays bass. It's ridiculous. Like he could play along with any prog rock crazy, like, you know what I mean? And he brings a little bit of that into our style, like the very busy bass that seems to fit in for no reason. Or Phil, who plays lead guitar, who has a bit of a metal feel to what he does. And Pedro, who lays down the punk bass line, rhythm guitar section of that. And it's so neat to have all these different personalities and musicians who are so vastly different, but when we bring them together, it just seems to work.
Yeah. Ragtag gang.
Yes.
And I know there has been a lot of great, wonderful moments over the years, but is there something special that you want to share with me today?
Are there any special moments we've had recently? I mean, honestly, the studio, besides playing live finally with this group of people, because we've been in and out of members for so long. And like I was saying, when we were in the studio, it was like, okay, we're finally there.
Yeah.
You know, we've got who's going to be moving forward with this album. To finally have that and be able to play shows with this group is so intensely special. To look around and realize everyone who's there are meant to be there and are bringing something to what we're doing. I think that's really it, is just knowing, we came to this conclusion fairly late. I mean, it wasn't until we were literally in the studio. And then after the studio, finally finding our drummer who would stay, because our friend David played drums on the album, but our friend Steve is moving forward with us. And that was the last piece of the puzzle. So this has been chaos until this moment. So that's special, is to finally find that order and finally find that peace, and knowing that who we have is who we have.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And early in this interview, you said, although this is the sophomore album, but this is the beginning of the Iron Roses.
Exactly.
So have you identified this is how it's going to be? Like, this is the sound of the Iron Roses, or will there be more changes in the music that you're creating in the future?
No, I mean, I think that because the studio experience locked in so hard, that was really where every one of us opened up to bring our own personal style and sound to what we do. And like Nathan said with Michael, like that's kind of for all of us, like none of it really should make sense together, and that's why it does, and that is what has created our sound. Like I don't come from a punk background at all. I'm like a theater kid, a choir kid. So like some of my vocal contributions reflect that. But like I think that everybody being in that studio together and offering their personality created our sound, and that's it'll develop, sure, but
I mean, it's going to evolve, and I hope it does. But I mean, we've got a pretty weird setup, like you basically got a duet over top of some form of punk, metal, reggae, ska melodic thing that like is ever evolving, but we'll have those components. You know what I mean? That's what the Iron Roses are. It's this diverse, weird theater duet over top of metally punk reggae ska. I don't know what.
Good luck categorizing.
Yeah,
us.
good luck categorizing it.
Beyond genres, that's the Iron Roses, I would say.
Yes, there you go.
Hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag Iron Roses.
Fantastic. And all you guys feel like you're living the dream, or is there more to be accomplished as a band?
Oh, there's so much more.
Oh yeah,
I mean, we're just
in the service.
we're a baby band at this point,
Yeah.
and that's what we wanted. We wanted to really make sure that we threw out the, like, starting on this tour coming up, unless we really have to play an extended set, we're not playing any old songs.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going to be this album. So, and from here forward, I don't intend to bring back any of those older songs. We intend to sincerely move forward with this band,
Yeah.
and grow and see what people think of this. Not of me, not of my past, not of things like that, but of this band and how we are moving forward.
Beautiful, beautiful. So Nathan, will you be focusing more on the Iron Roses, or will you still continue doing your solo works as well?
It'll all be the Iron Roses. I won't have time, I'll be honest. Like, once you find something that you really love and that you want to dedicate all your time to, it really makes the other things not seem so important, you know? So I think that it'll be more, if I'm doing anything on a solo basis, it'll just be me writing to bring to Iron Roses practice to help write new songs, you know? So.
Fantastic. And what would be the message that you want to give to the people who are new to the Iron Roses?
A message that we would like to go for.
Well, okay, so I know that we talked a lot about the theme of the album being very political and socially driven, and I think that that is an important backbone of who we are and what we do. But I also think that there's a lot of value, again, like we talked about, in having such a diverse membership within the band. We talk a lot about, like, you know, Nathan and I personally on our personal pages, we talk a lot about, you know, our struggles with mental health, Nathan's, you know, coming out journey, my journey through abuse, and just trying to navigate that. And I think that one of the things that I really hope that people know when they listen to our music is that, A, you can stay in your joy even though all of these things are working to break you down, but B, you can show up with us as your authentic self.
Yeah.
You don't have to be any certain standard. You don't have to name 3 songs. You don't have to like show up with a smile. You just have to be in that space with us, because I'm going to be messy. Nathan's going to be messy. And that is an okay place to be exactly that. We're not going to expect you to be any, you know, queer enough or healthy enough or mentally well enough
or anything.
Yeah, none of that. Like, yeah, just show up and dance with me.
And we're going to do our best to celebrate together. I think that's what we really want our shows to be, is it's almost a celebration in protest. You know, we don't want to be the next intense political band that's just up there like, these are the things that we hate and we must talk about. We don't want to do that either. Nobody wants to hear that. We don't want to do it. You know? Yeah, there's enough of that. We want people to come out and just celebrate in the joy of being alive and the joy of being in the moment. Mm-hmm. And yes, we are going to sing about some certain issues and topics, but the main thing is let's fucking dance. Yeah. Let's have a good time.
Yeah. Maybe with some middle fingers in the air.
Yeah, with some middle fingers in the air.
Amazing. Awesome, guys. And Nathan and Becky, I want to thank you both so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you guys on the show. And thank you so much for putting up an amazing album this year on October 28th. A great album, like I said earlier, and totally brilliant work from you guys. So again, and I'm really hoping to see you guys on the road.
I think I just turned bright red.
I know.
I'm like blushing about it. Thank you so much.
That means a lot. Thank you.
You
are extra.
I am extra red. Look at me. It's nice to hear praise for this album because it's so important to us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. And you have a great day ahead. And I will connect you soon again on another interview. Thank you. You have
Wonderful.
Awesome. We would love to. Thank you.
Have a good
Take care.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.